Welcome, folks, to Tiffin Gymnasium, as it's the Clarion University Golden Eagles and the West Virginia Mountaineers here on Senior Day. Senior ceremony here during pre-match. As I'm Anthony Fuse, alongside me, the man with no sour notes, Frank Lemon. Frank, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Ready for another great day of wrestling here at Tiffin Gymnasium.
All right, Frank, Senior Day, a lot of storylines here. What stands out to you the most?
I think on Senior Day, obviously, we have to respect the seniors and how they're coming out in their final match. And, they just have to have this great atmosphere around them here at Clarion.
Clarion coming into today's matchup with a 5-9 record, and they are 2-3 in the Eastern Wrestling League under head coach Troy Letters, his second overall stint here at Clarion, his first year as the head coach, and coming in his 35th season as the head coach of West Virginia, Craig Turnbull. Craig Turnbull, the former Clarion wrestler himself back in the day.
That's an interesting fact there. That's really cool that he's coming back to Clarion to wrestle again. Well, not wrestle, but coach.
Here on Senior Day, a already memorable day as it is thus far, and it makes it even more interesting that he's back in town, the former wrestler, and his team struggling with an overall record of 1-9, 0-3 in the Big 12.
Yeah, they're not hitting any right notes here. I feel that they are having a shook-up roster all year and a lot of different in and out with them.
Only one senior matchup to speak of. That'll be in the heavyweight matchup between senior Phil Katruko of Clarion, and Phil Manzik of West Virginia.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. Katruko's come out a lot, and he's a very fierce wrestler, but sometimes not the most technical.
Now, Frank, with this big day here in Clarion University, what is your keys to the game?
My keys to the game. Obviously, number one, you have to ride the energy in the gym. You gotta just really be ready for it. There's gotta be a lot of people here, and there's gonna be just a lot of energy. Rocky country roads for the Mountaineers here, not having a good time this season, kind of bumping along, and they've been in and out with all their roster. I mean, nobody's been wrestling very well, and they've been moving them up and down, cutting weight, gaining weight. It's rough on the wrestler to do that if you don't have a set category where you're going to be at. And my last is no easy points. You have to make them work the whole match. You can't give up easy points.
As the wrestling senior ceremony continues, we will continue to get ready for the 125-pound matchup between Tyler Fraley and Shane Young, a freshman senior matchup there, both with double-digit wins. And as for assistant coaches for Clarion, Keith Ferrero, Kerry Regner, and Beksa Abdurrahmanov.
Oh, that's a tough name. Abdurrahmanov, yes.
Oh, it's a very long one.
It was rough when he was a wrestler, too. I mean, having to call that every time he got a point.
He's the volunteer coach, volunteer assistant. And for West Virginia, assistants Greg Jones and Danny Felix will be on West Virginia's sideline behind Craig Turnbull in his 35th season as the head coach. We'll talk more about the 7 seniors throughout the day as we'll move through each weight class one by one. Speaking of the 125-pound matchup between Tyler Fraley and Shane Young, we look at a guy who is also in that weight class but not participating today. That's senior Ronald Trey Hicks, the senior studying liberal studies. Has 4 years of experience, the redshirt senior. A 2-year starter at 125, and this year an 8-8 overall record. So here he is as a senior, just enjoying it from the sidelines today.
Yes. I remember when Trey Hicks was wrestling, as a starter, and he did a very good job. As it says on his bio, he's very explosive on the mat. And I think that Clarion has a heads-up kind of wrestling style where they're best on their feet no matter what.
Lineups being announced here at center mat. Just an exciting day here. Final wrestling match for Clarion in the regular season before heading off March 9th, a Saturday, to Edinburgh, 9 o'clock game, as they will go to the Eastern Wrestling League. And then toward the end of March, the 21st through the 23rd, looks like a Thursday through a Saturday.
Yes.
Tournament at the NCAA's in Des Moines, Iowa.
You got to wish them the best of luck on those. Those are going to be some tough matches they're going to have to go through.
And of course, we all know what happened last Saturday. James Fleming, he won his 120th matchup, tying Frankie Edgar, I believe. Frankie Edgar, the UFC fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to him, entering his final match as a Clarion University wrestler. And now the national anthem here on CUTV Sports. National anthem here at Tippin Gymnasium. Anthony Fusa here, along with me, Frank Lemon, and the rest of our CUTV Sports crew. So here we are, getting ready for that 125-pound matchup. Of course, senior Trey Hicks, talked about him earlier. Overall, 7-18 last season. In high school, 114-27 record. Pretty good, I'd say.
All right.
Now we're underway here between the two lightweights.
Both in an incredibly low stance here to start off the match.
Got Tyler Fraley and Shane Young.
Young with some shots early here that are just not meeting their mark.
Anything Fraley should be aiming to do here, Frank?
Definitely anticipate some of these moves that he's making, which he's done so far. He just stopped that shot that went in and wrestled off the mat there.
Two wrestlers go back to the neutral position. Tyler Fraley, a 14-9 record in his first season here at Clarion University from Freehold, New Jersey. Shane Young, the senior from Giannett, with a 10-3 mark. Trying to decide who will break first.
Young with a quick shot there, but Fraley getting up high here. Dangerous position if he can't hold on. But it looks like he's going to hold out here and wrestle through.
Fraley in a bit of a jam with that right leg up high.
Fraley looking to wrestle out here, try and draw a whistle. Fraley wrestling through, keeping Young at bay here. Young not looking too happy about that.
Loses his headset in the process. Still no score here in this first round with just under 52 seconds to play in this first round. Tyler Fraley last week got a win for Clarion in his matchup.
Fraley with some wrist control here on Young. Not quite sure what he's going to do with it here.
Oh, Fraley, nice job going low.
Tried for 2 shots there, but just did not connect.
And that's it for round one. Still no score between Fraley and Young.
Fraley looking for some escape points here. Quick one, just shooting up off the whistle. Let's see if he goes with that. The ref admitting there to some pre-whistle shenanigans.
Just trying to get him organized.
Fraley breaks it easy.
So a point there for Fraley.
Fraley looking to be a little bit more aggressive here in this round.
Wrestler started from a neutral position at center mat.
Still incredibly defensive though.
They seem to be a little conservative.
Ooh, Young with a big shot there. Fraley still having that good defense, was able to keep him from capitalizing too quickly. Young not positioning himself well here. Trying to overpower Fraley. And Fraley's still hanging on in there. He has got to get that leg out.
Tough spot for Fraley.
Ref calls a stalemate. It was stalemated. Fraley's still holding on to that wrist control. He knows what he wants.
About 30 seconds left in the second round between Tyler Fraley and Shane Young.
Fraley getting control of the arm here, looking for a leg, unable to find it. Ref brings him back to the center. Some words being exchanged here between the West Virginia coach and the ref.
Yeah, it looks like Young wanted something clean. Looks like he wanted something cleaned up, and the assistant comes over and takes care of that.
I believe there's some blood on the mat, maybe on coming from, I don't.
Looks like Fraley's forehead somewhere. The ref saying, hey, I don't have any Tide sticks for these mats.
After a quick cleanup, we're back into the round. Young playing some quick hands here, but not looking too terribly confident.
That's it for round two. It's 1-0 Fraley. And Clarion University over Shane Young in West Virginia. The ref saying, hey, get this blood off my mat. Once again, no Tide sticks for these mats. No special Tide sticks.
Probably just some antiseptic here. Quick cleanup. Words being exchanged between wrestlers.
Come on, Tide.
Young hoping to capitalize like Fraley did earlier. But Fraley riding quickly on the leg, Young scrambling. Young looking for the outside of the mat.
A wheelbarrow formation.
He's fleeing the mat.
Young looking to run out, and it's just not happening. Fraley's riding out on that. Don't think the ref will stand for another one of those.
So 1:40 to go in this third round.
Young still looking to run out, and just a bad effort on Young's part to get out of this. I mean, I've heard of he who fights and runs away, but I don't think it applies to this wrestling match. Young still looking to run.
Not a whole lot of leverage for Fraley.
One positive that's coming out of this, Fraley is accumulating ride time, and if he gets to a minute, which he's at 30 seconds now, he'll have an extra point at the end of this match.
Definitely will help. Fraley trying to get the advantage early, on top.
Fraley with a big slam here. Looking to capitalize any way he can. Oh no! That was an escape.
So a point on the board for the visitors. Now 1-1.
Fraley has to very quickly here accumulate one extra point or 9 seconds of ride time. Fraley looking for a snap here, and he got it. Bringing Young to his knees, Fraley has to capitalize. Fraley looking for a shot, but missed. Oh, and there was a mistake on his part.
2 on the board for West Virginia's Shane Young.
With 22 seconds left, Fraley knows he's got to wrestle harder than he has all match right here.
He starts underneath.
Fraley looking to battle to his feet, and He's up and gets his point. Looking for a quick turnaround for another 2. Still battering Young.
Fighting for his life.
Fighting for the match, and he doesn't have it.
So in comeback fashion, Shane Young pulls out a 3-2 win.
Very cheap victory on Young's part. He wrestled subpar at best and got lucky and capitalized at the end.
So 3-0. The visiting Mountaineers lead.
And here is senior Joe Walco.
As we hit the 133-pound weight mark, Joe Waltko, the senior from Allison Park, against Colin Johnston, the junior from 84.
4-year starter, Walco. He's looking pretty strong here at the start of this match.
Joe Walco, 12-18 this season. Colin Johnston, 6-8.
Johnston looking like, well, I don't know, just like a rock here.
A senior-junior matchup. Joe Walco, the senior. So 3-0, the visiting Mountaineers lead.
Walco coming with a lot more energy than Johnston seems to have. Walco with a good shot here. Hopefully he can hang on and grind it out. He's got to get his leg freed up.
Joe Walco, this is his 3rd year at the 133-pound weight mark. A Clarion University scholar athlete. Very good on his feet.
As he's demonstrating here with this good lockup. Johnson with a quick try to maneuver there and successful shot. Walco not letting him have anything easy here, keeping him very well contained.
He's all locked up.
Almost looking to shift the momentum here. Ref calls stalemate.
So back to a neutral position. Joe Walco majoring in secondary education and history.
Walco looking for a leg for a quick snap. Walco bringing him down. He's got to get his arm unwrapped and around for the 2 points. He has got to break the lock that Johnson has on his arm. He has got to move it. The ref calls a stalemate. Or danger, I didn't see.
West Virginia coaches barking orders at Johnston. All tangled up at this point.
Johnson not making much of an effort to wrestle here. His moves have so far been very static. See why his record is 6-8. Quick shot and a miss. Walco wrestling away, but Johnston's static defense has been enough to keep him at bay.
All pretzeled up.
Not a very interesting match.
That's the end of round 1. No score between these two. It's 3-0 West Virginia.
Johnston going down, hoping for a quick stand-up point here. Let's see if Walco can capitalize, being on top. Johnson standing, trying to break the arms. Walco has, and he is out. Walco looking for a quick shot and a turnaround here, hopefully to score some points of his own. Walco keeping a good grasp on this leg. He's got to squeeze a bit tighter. and kind of bend Johnson to his will.
He's just not letting go.
Johnson's still mostly static here. His grip around Walco's waist is not at all one that you'd see in a wrestling match at this level. All right, there we go. The first move that Johnson has made was to try at the arm of Walco, which was highly unsuccessful.
So they'll go back to neutral after the stalemate.
Walco with a big arm there around that neck. That's gotta hurt.
Walco trying to go out a winner.
Cheerleaders with some advice to shoot. Unfortunately, being wrapped up like this is not conducive to shooting.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Taking
my
it down
goodness.
is Johnston.
Johnston static for
2.
all of this match until this one maneuver.
So 3-0.
Completely changed the momentum there.
3-0. Johnston leads. Piggyback maneuver of some kind, locking those arms tight.
Johnson goes back to his largely static form. Must have been saving all his energy for that one maneuver.
That's the end of the round. We hit the final round. 2 minutes to play between Johnston and Walco.
Walco making 98% of the maneuvers in this round, in this match. Johnson back to, well, he's moving a little bit more than he was before. Walco looking for a leg, can't find it. Goes back to the tie-up.
Coming right at us.
At the end there was a maneuver from Johnson, but didn't work. Obviously, the ref was telling them they were going out, and he ignored it.
He's like, how many times we got to say, stay in the circle? Just stay in.
Oh, Johnson with another move. Another unsuccessful, but at least it was a maneuver. Walco looking to turn the corner and hopefully get a takedown here. Unfortunately, no such luck.
So they'll start again from the neutral position. Under a minute to play in this final round between Walco and Johnston.
Johnson off the whistle there with a bad maneuver, just dropping to his knees while Walco pushed his face right back. Johnson with a small snap there, trying to maneuver, heading towards the edge of the circle again.
Getting closer and closer to the outside.
Walco still trying to wrestle through here and find a leg.
Walco on top.
Off the mat again.
So 15 seconds for Walco to make a move.
And a big move at that. He has to get 3 points, and don't really see him doing it at this point. Oh,
Oh, what a move by Walco.
Walco frees his arm up and gets 2 at least. Ref calls no points on that, though clearly a takedown.
And that's that. 6-0, Clarion down as they host West Virginia here on Senior Day, and we move on to the weight class of 141 between Sam Sherlock and Trey Miller-Scott.
All right, well, hopefully this match is a little bit more exciting. That was a very static match. I hope that Johnson didn't come off the mat feeling happy about that one. I hope he reflects on this as a bad experience. Walco with an unlucky loss there.
So Sherlock and Scott underway.
Sherlock coming with 100% more energy.
Quick action.
Grabbing some legs here. Quick 2.
So 2 for Sherlock. That was a rowdy start to this match.
I think that's how it has to start with these guys. I mean, if they start off with a good energy level, they can keep it up throughout the match, really wrestle through.
Sherlock saying, I got to get something going here. We're being
Definitely
shut out.
does. Penn would tie this game up very easily. Sherlock with this kind of energy level looks like he could possibly do it.
Sam Sherlock, the sophomore from West Mifflin, a 10-10 record this season. Trey Miller-Scott filling in for Nathan Panisi, who had a 21-7 record. Scott, a 6-11 mark, the junior from Swatara.
Sherlock just showing early dominance here and riding him out. Miller-Scott, again, not showing much life at all. Sherlock was looking there for, hopefully either back points or some pin. I mean, closer he gets, the better.
Sherlock being the aggressor thus far. With about 1:30 left in this opening round.
Definitely what the team needed.
Trying to slam him down. And he does, but it's out of bounds. Well, they're out of the circle, and they'll start from neutral. Well, Scott will be on the bottom. Time advantage, 1:30 going to Sherlock.
Miller-Scott keeping one arm out to try and come up to his base, but Sherlock thwarting every attempt with very good maneuvers such far. Sherlock hoping to pin, hopefully hoping to do something here. Lets him go. So there you go. Miller-Scott has 1 point on the board. Sherlock probably looking to accumulate another point or two.
Sherlock trying to strike low. Now they're grappled up top.
Up. Heading towards the edge of the mat here. Ref telling him to stay in. Largely ignoring the ref. And they're out.
Of course, Scott starting in place of Nathan Panesi,
who had the best record on the West Virginia team.
With a 21-7 mark. Big loss there, and now we head to period 2.
All right, Sherlock will be going down, hopefully battling right up for an extra point.
Time advantage over 2 minutes to Sherlock.
Sherlock quickly to his feet for his 1 point.
Another point goes to Clarion. Now 3-1.
Miller-Scott looking to kind of straining his eyes here while he was looking towards the announcer's table. I don't understand what he was looking for there. His opponent is right in front of him. So far, the West Virginia team has had a very strange approach to their wrestling.
Guess if you're 1-9, well, from yesterday they turned to 1-10.
Oh.
with a loss to Edinburgh at home.
Well,
And I guess you got to try everything when you're 1-10.
I guess, but that was not what you should be trying. Another quick 2 for Sherlock, and
The crowd erupts.
oh yeah,
As we'll go back to the middle of the map.
there's that energy we were talking about earlier.
5-1 Sherlock over Miller Scott.
I feel that if Sherlock can build up the crowd a little bit, the other matches might go a little bit easier. Sherlock on top, looking for some wrist control. Not readily getting it. Though keeping the head of Miller Scott down is obviously a very good idea, as it's been the only way that he's not been able to get up.
Sherlock in complete control of this one. Now under 20 seconds here in round 2. Time advantage nearing a minute for Sherlock. And we'll go to round 3. Time advantage at 2:53 for Sherlock. He leads 5-1.
Few words coming from the West Virginia bench. I doubt they're very encouraging. If Miller Scott doesn't move much, he's probably going to get called for a stall here.
Sherlock just overpowering him.
Sherlock with loose control there, lets him go. Probably going to shoot for 2. Miller Scott looking like he's bringing a little bit more energy towards the end, but
Getting close to the edge, and they go out.
very close.
With 1:23 here on this round 3 clock. You look at the replay. It's a tough matchup for Miller Scott.
All right, with a successful, almost a successful shot there for Sherlock.
All knotted up, goes low. So now under a minute. Time advantage 3:16 for Sherlock. Leads 5-2.
Miller Scott looking visibly shaken at this point. Whether it's the pain or maybe just mental anguish. Knowing he's not doing so well. A few very sloppy hands to the face there. Not wrestling very smart, giving him a push at the end of the whistle there. Has to watch himself at this point. 30 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of pressure on, of course, filling in for a 21-game winner and trying to hold on to a 6-0 lead. A lot of pressure on Miller Scott.
Miller Scott with a quick maneuver, but not capitalizing. He gave up the hold and went to try again.
Now we head under 5 seconds here in round 3, and Sherlock trying to get the win.
Sherlock holding him off. No quick snap towards the end.
And he wins it 5-2. Sherlock takes out Miller Scott.
Miller Scott,
Now 6-3. West Virginia on top.
a good win by Tyler Bedlion. Or not Tyler Bedlion, sorry, he's summing up. Sherlock. Now we have tall guy Tyler Bedlion coming up to wrestle.
Tyler Bedlion, the junior from Lewistown, 17-12 mark, going against Brutus Shuffle, a 9-9 record, the sophomore from Oakland, Maryland. 6-3, Clarion trails, but trying to make a comeback. early on senior day. Anthony Fusum, Frank Lemon with you on CUTV Sports.
Ed Leon's always got a height advantage in his matches, which sometimes help, but sometimes hurt him. Sheffel looking much more stout. Could be hard to bring down.
Brutus Sheffel trying to get double-digit wins as he's taking on Tyler Bedleon, a 17-12 record. Bedleon, though, he's tough to score on, so it's going to be probably one of the better matches. I would guess, Frank.
A little push there at the end after a quick roll.
You look at the replay, all tied up top.
Neither party able to score there.
And Sheffel took him down. Now Sheffel trying to put a lot of pressure on the head.
Still at neutral here. Sheffel's got a motion behind him. Ref calls stale. Interesting match so far. Both parties coming out with a little bit of energy. Still tied up. Oh. And there's, whoa.
Trying to take him down.
Sheffel with another quick shot and an escape from Bedleon. They are moving quickly in this match.
2-1.
Points are coming left and right.
Sheffel leads.
Sheffel being mainly the aggressor, but Bedleon just with a good defense here. Bedleon going for a leg. He's got it, and he lets it go.
Another sophomore-junior matchup. Here, Sheffel, the sophomore. Bedleon, the junior.
Another tie-up. Not much happening now.
Both wrestling at 149.
Bedleon again going for a leg, but Sheffel easily able to control it. Working his way back towards a takedown on Bedleon, but ref calls stalemate once again.
From the neutral spot. And here we go, underway.
Yeah, oh, another leg for Bedleon. Bedleon looking to control this one. Looking to hopefully capitalize here. He's got to turn a corner.
Bedleon just strangling the leg of Sheffel.
Bedleon going for two. Bedleon with two.
He strikes.
Going for a pin.
Oh,
he
did
gets it.
A pin. Taking him down.
What a quick match. Here in the replay, you'll see it. Boom, the big maneuver. He's got it. He had it from the start. There was no question of that match. What a quick moving match. What a quick moving win. Honestly, that's the kind of thing that needs to pump this gym up.
He gives Clarion the lead, 9-6 over West Virginia.
He's rolled into the main event senior here, James Fleming, the big man.
28-2 this season, 120 wins, tying Frankie Edgar.
He's not one to lose.
No, I'd say he's dominant. About as dominant as you can be.
Luster for West Virginia, freshman, trying to keep up a good energy here. But unfortunately, Fleming, the senior with barrels full more experience, not having it.
Definitely exciting to watch. Of course, the four-year starter. Fleming, AKA Snapper. You saw why there in that opening to the match.
Luster trying to keep his energy up, so Fleming can't get a hand on his head as he likes to do, but unfortunately, just unable to at this point.
So Jason Luster taking on James Fleming. Luster, the 4-10 freshman from Pittsburgh, PA. Fleming, the senior from West Mifflin.
Fleming right back to the middle to keep the round moving here. Oh, quick grab at the leg there. Same thing for Luster, but Fleming quickly walked away and told him, "Don't grab my leg."
Fleming, the 3rd ranked wrestler, according to AWN.
Oh, Fleming
He's all over him.
quickly on top, riding very high,
Oh,
looking for a pin very early in the match.
2 to Fleming. What else is new? He gets points. Now he leads us 2-0. About a minute to play in this opening round.
Kicking a leg up there, trying every possible angle to score. Fleming riding higher than most people would be comfortable with in a wrestling match.
Look at the replay. Luster.
Oh, very close at that point.
Luster has some escapability for sure, the young freshman.
We'll see how long that holds up.
Yeah, Fleming can wear you down with his tactics. An aggressive pinner and tilter, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. Very aware of how his body moves. Able to use each limb that he has to facilitate an overall victory.
A point there as Luster escapes.
Fleming actually letting him up there. Wanting a different angle at this.
Under 20 seconds here in this opening round between Fleming and Luster.
Cheerleaders with a custom cheer for Fleming. Fleming showing why he's called the snapper. Bending Luster right to exactly where he needs him for points. Fortunately, the round expires.
Look at Fleming.
Replay here.
Fighting with Luster. Luster just won't go quietly.
Nope.
Fleming won 130 matches back in high school.
Ooh. Luster with a quick shot, but unfortunately for him, James is a very experienced and capable wrestler. So this could turn into the end for Luster.
96 Clarion on top. Fleming trying to add to the lead. With about 1:30 here in the second period.
Fleming looking for one of his unconventional pins as usual. Ref calls a stalemate.
Fleming leads 4-1. Look at the replay there.
Oh, this whole time he's just rolling around. He's
Twisting and turning and whatnot.
not having a fun time.
Almost a minute in the time advantage department for Fleming.
Fleming punishing Luster at this point.
Been another rocky start to this bout with Clarion for West Virginia.
Fleming looking to bring a shoulder down here, but not able to get it. Luster's energy level still up, able to hold off Fleming's attempts. Again, we'll see how long that lasts.
Of course, last week Lehigh's young wrestler. His last name was Woody. Don't quite remember his first name, but he put on a good bout for an extended period of time, and then Fleming won the match late.
Fleming also likes to draw his matches out a little bit and score, so we'll see exactly what he does here. Fleming looking to have sustained a small scratch on his back, maybe from Lester's attempts to claw away.
So under 10 seconds here in this second period.
Fleming again riding very high.
So we enter round 3, 4-1. Fleming on top of Luster. Fleming with a time advantage of 2:17. Trying to add to that Clarion lead, which is 9-6 over the Mountaineers of West Virginia.
Coach from West Virginia telling him to stand up. I don't think it'll be that easy, though. Fleming looking to stretch out Luster so he can roll him for a pin. Luster still unable to do much of anything here.
All knotted up.
Fleming still actively stretching out Luster, looking to keep his body flat so he can easily roll him and then get both shoulders down for the pin. Luster holding in with, I'd say, not much left in the tank at this point.
Yeah, he's being rock and rolled.
Yeah, third round, trying to fight for your life here, and just not going to happen.
Against one of the best in the country. And now 3:40 and counting. Time advantage for Fleming.
Fleming seeing the edge of the mat, getting some back points here. Going to come away with 2.
So 6-1. A commanding lead.
Fleming looking at the time he has left, seeing what he has to do here.
.24 seconds left in this final round between Fleming and Luster. Fleming trying to get career win 121.
Fleming higher than just a very unorthodox style for Fleming. Very high.
Takes him down.
Very risky. Knows his own body, knows his opponent. Looking for a pin at the end. Couldn't get it.
And he wins it. Now with 121. 121 career wins.
Big match, big win. Big man, James Fleming.
Look at
Here we go
look at
with
how
some replay on.
he just finished it off, Frank. Now we begin the 165-pound weight matchup. Nick Milano, the junior from Erie, against Dominique Prezilla, 5'9" sophomore from St. Clairsville, Ohio. 12-6, Clarion on top, trying to get their 6th win of the season.
Milano largely stalled this season, not doing too hot. Let's see what he does here today. Getting himself into a dangerous position, trying to roll out. Acrobatic rolls here to keep away. Unfortunately, Perezzi quickly stops that and gets on top for 2.
So now 2-0 for the score for Brazia. It's in his favor. Of course, you look just rolling around to start this duel between these two.
Milano trying to quickly elevate and gets elevated. And then reacquainted with the ground quickly.
Brazia on top.
Milano has to make a move here and try and score a little bit. There he goes with 1 point. Quick glance towards the clock. Another quick glance toward the clock. And they go back to wrestling.
So under 140 here in this opening round between Milano and Brazia. Both men standing tall.
Well,
Brazia trying to take him down. Oh,
trying to change that call you just made. And gets the takedown there. Extra 2 points for him.
could have been much worse. Could have landed.
Definitely could have.
Could have landed on his back.
Or in the stands there on those 2 girls that seem petrified.
So Milano will start on the bottom.
Milano again trying to battle out, and he does it.
He does.
All
1 point.
1
Now
point.
4-2. Milano trails.
Milano has to make a move here that's successful. Let's see what he's got.
Approaching 30 seconds left in this opening round.
Oh. Milano unsuccessfully going for a leg and putting himself into a bad position there. Milano, struggling out.
We head to round 2. Twelve to 6, Clarion leads. They were trailing 6-0.
Milano hoping to capitalize on this. Whoa, really torquing the arm, coming out big, and a push at the end.
Saying, know your place. Know your place, sophomore. So Milano on top.
Lets him up. Easy point.
Now 5-2. Milano trails.
Milano showing a little bit more life here. Ooh. Badly attempted shot.
Milano very good on his feet. Trying to escape this.
Milano struggling here, losing his arm. Quick pressure
Yeah, head.
from Perezzi.
The head from Perezzi just digging right into it.
Yep. It's got to hurt. That's definitely hurting the shoulder there. back up onto his feet, but how long can he stay on them? The answer was about 2 seconds.
Landed on his knees after that throw. Could have landed on his stomach, but luckily it wasn't that serious. 7-2, Prezia leads. Time advantage goes to him at 1:12. 28 seconds left in this round 2.
Oh, Milano with a quick maneuver. Oh, easy 1 point there. Has to put in some extra effort here to pull the win. This point needs 5 points to tie the match.
So we're shifting to round 3 between Milano and Prezia. 7-3, Prezia on top. Milano just can't catch enough breaks there, Frank.
That he cannot. That seems to be the highlight of his season, not catching any breaks. Trying to quickly twist himself out, but fortunately ends back up on the ground. Prezia quickly reining his body in.
Prezia just taking a hold of this match.
Milano out. Needs 4 points to tie.
Now 7-4, Milano trailing. About 1:15 to go in this matchup. Approaching the rim of the circle.
.50 seconds left. Milano needs a big maneuver here. That was not it.
Time advantage almost 150 for Prezia. He leads 7-4. So breaking the action, they'll go back to center mat. Coach Craig Turnbull for West Virginia saying to his guy, Prezia, no chest-to-chest motions. "14 seconds and counting before Prezia gets this win. He's been the aggressor all match long.
Quick shot to the head at the end there. Both wrestlers coming away from the mat unhappy.
So the win goes to Prezia. Clarion now leads 12-9. Milano now drops to 3-18 on the season, and we look at the 174-pound weight matchup. Not participating in this is Dean Moffo from Clarion. We're underway, but Dean Moffo studying sports medicine. Quality big man at 174. He was 0-4 this season. Of course, in 2012 he practiced, did not compete. So we have Ryan Darch and Bubba Scheffel.
That's a fun name there, Bubba Scheffel.
Duking it out. center mat.
Oh, Ryan Darch with a big maneuver there. Kind of like a shot, but Sheffel jumped. That was kind of weird, the way they caught each other there.
Better shot, Bubba. Get back on O.
Interesting fact here, while they wrestle it out, there are 2 Sheffels on the West Virginia team. We saw Brutus Sheffel at 149, 1 letter off in spelling.
Yep, Brutus Sheffel has an extra F.
Both from Oakland, Maryland, though.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Sheffel with a record of 8-5. As you said, Frank, from Oakland, Maryland. Sheffel, a freshman, and Ryan Darch, a sophomore from Batavia, New York, a 9-14 mark so far this season.
They seem evenly matched, trying to feel each other out. Oh, but Sheffel makes a big move here and sits down on Darch. Darch still trying to wiggle his way out. They stay at neutral. Darch almost making a big maneuver here. Bubba again trying to sit on him.
Darch staying strong.
Darch staying
now
very
on top.
strong.
The Clarion bench going bananas. They're on their feet, some of them.
Score with that, Bubba.
Unfortunately, Darch again just showing very good resilience here.
Trying to keep balance with one leg. He's doing a good job.
Bubba wanting to bring him back into the mat. Big roll, still at neutral.
2 points go on the board, but it's for Sheffel.
Sheffel with a quick 2 after a long bout there. I mean, they were just rolling around. Time expires in the first round there. We got a good first round going. That was
Very entertaining to
very.
watch. You look at Sheffel, he was on the bottom there for a while, but
Was able to keep a head up and wiggle his way out.
just gave him a good flip, like a flapjack. So Darch on top. Very good leg attack. Always keeps coming at his opponent, stays strong.
That is definitely the key here, is to stay strong and keep wrestling.
Oh, it's taking him down. This is Darch.
Bubba Sheffel resenting that, not letting it happen easily.
Under 120 here in the second round between Darch and Sheffel.
Sheffel's up, gets an extra point.
3-0 now, for Sheffel. Bubba Sheffel. Now under 40 seconds here in the second period. Darch and Sheffel going at it. 3-0 Sheffel. And a close one thus far.
Darch trying to force an error and Sheffel not making it.
Come on, Bub. Get back on offense. Back on offense, Bubba.
Here his name being called from the stands quite a bit. Seems to have a fan base.
The following for Bubba. Now we head to round 3. 3-0 shuffle over Darch. Now 12-9, Clarion on top.
Would his fan following be called the Bub Club?
I like it.
Darch off the whistle with some energy. Hoping to stand up, get his first point of the match.
Oh.
And, he does. He escapes, gets a point. Now it's down to a takedown.
Hoorah.
We'll see if he can get it here. They twist and turn. Nothing coming from it.
Now under 1:25 here in round 3.
Darch with an unsuccessful shot.
Darch's head wrapped up.
Ref calls a stalemate.
Now a minute left and counting.
There's just long periods of nothingness in this match. They seem to size each other up every other successful or unsuccessful attempt. Bubba with a leg. Tries again to sit on Darch.
Darch trying to stay alive. Down by 2.
Darch pushing away, bringing Bubba back down, not allowing him to sit on him again. Bubba maneuvers to try and get 2. He got 2 there. He's got Darch's right leg there, pinning it up. Oh, Darch removes it. Darch looking for a reversal.
Trying to take him down hard. And now 5-1 shuffle on top.
2. Reversal for 2 there.
But it could be too late.
That was too little, too late.
5-3. Bubba Shuffle wins, the freshman. He takes out the sophomore Ryan Darch. Now 12-12. As
There's
that
a replay at the end of that match there with the too little, too late.
maybe that momentum there from Darch will carry on. Heading into later matches. Now it's the 184 184-pound matchup between Lance Bryson, the junior from West Virginia, and Stephen Kresley, the senior from Puxatawny, PA. Stephen Kresley, a 9-17 record. Lance Bryson, 7-12 on the year from Schoaf.
Presley losing his leg there, rolling around, controlling the leg, and losing his leg once again. Took him down.
So
Presley wrestling with that bad leg.
Bryson leveling him out.
Bryson with large attempts at kind of forcing Kresley over. Kresley not budging very much.
Kresley, a very good leader for this Clarion squad. Last year, NCAA Division I qualifier. So the big man can wrestle. As he's trying to get double-digit wins here today.
Kresley down, Kresley up. Up, looking to escape. Gotta lose the arm control around his leg there. Ref whistles them out.
Time advantage 121 for Lance Bryson. He leads that category. Under 45 seconds here in this opening round between Bryson and Kresley.
Kresley back to sitting where he was before. He could easily stand up. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it this time. Or up.
Still standing.
That same hold, and then they're going to be whistled out by the ref.
Good balance by Kresley, even with the injured leg. That'll be it for the opening round. Bryson leads 2-0 in this dogfight of a matchup. Time advantage now 2:16 in favor of Lance Bryson. 12-12, your score.
Oh. Caution on red there for jumping the gun. Not much on the part of Kresley at this point. Easily being held down. Kresley returning to his base. Up, back to sitting.
Kresley just struggling to stand up. Now under a minute and 10 seconds here in the second period. Bryson just taking it to the senior.
Kresley has got to stand up here. Caution on green, jumping the gun. Kresley hoping to get himself up here.
Kresley struggling to get out of this one.
Kresley really getting twisted up here.
Knee bent behind his back at a 90-degree angle. Now we're headed to round 3, 2-0 Bryson. Kresley hanging in there. Time advantage 4:16 in favor of Lance Bryson. Now under 135 here in round 3.
Not much going for Presley in this match here. On a whole, the day has been a little bit low energy compared to other matches we've seen.
Lance Bryson, ranked 30th in the country.
Presley really going to have to work to get any points here. About 30 seconds left on the clock, and
All knotted at 12.
both wrestlers are kind of looking cautious, to say the least.
Now heading under 10 seconds. A dogfight of a matchup. And the senior trailing. And that's that. A 2-0 win in favor of Lance Bryson as he takes out the senior Stephen Presley. So now 15-12, Clarion trailing. As we'll hit the 197 weight class as senior Justin Ortega is out there. Last year 17 wins, this year 17 wins there. Frank?
Hopefully he's going to pull a pretty good victory out here. He wrestles hard and he's strong throughout. 2 points to start the match off.
Already he's on top.
Ortega looking to turn the corner here very early in the match just to establish dominance and keep it the whole way through.
So the senior from Oxford, PA, Justin Ortega, 17-11 thus far, taking on AJ Viscorando, the 6'10" junior from Philadelphia, PA.
Ortega not looking to have a grinding match here. He really wants to bend Vicaranda and be done with it.
Ortega, a Clarion Scholar athlete, a well-conditioned athlete at that, studying rehabilitative sciences. The transfer from Penn State. An excellent counter wrestler as he's taking it.
He is really...
He's taking it to
putting it
Viscorando.
Viscarando has got to either lose or get his arm broken here.
Time advantage, Ortega. Now at 140.
Ortega still taking it to the mat here. Huge pressure on this right arm and just unrelenting force.
So Viscorando going to be underneath Ortega.
Viscarando with not much in this match.
Oh, taking him
Ooh,
down.
coming down on that right arm. It's all about his right arm in this match here. He's just not going to be feeling that. Ooh.
Ortega all over Viscorando. He leads 2-0. course, Ortega studying rehabilitative sciences. After this match, Viscarando might need to do some rehabbing.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be that for period number 1. Advantage Ortega.
Ortega working that right arm like it's nothing. Here comes that slam again. Boom. Right on the right arm.
Not letting him get up.
No. Ortega goes down to hopefully escape for a quick point. And he does.
Viscarando trying to make a move.
Hopping on his back. I feel Ortega's going to kick this habit pretty easily.
Could this be it?
There it is, a reversal. Ortega not being at all shooken by that.
Now 4-0, Ortega. Another point for Clarion. Ortega just showing his senior dominance.
Here, oh. Oh, Ortega with another big slam. Whoa. Viscarando going a little bit limp there. Almost came down on his head.
Time advantage 3:22 and counting for Ortega. Now under 40 seconds here in the second period.
Ortega back on the right arm of Viscarando. Viscarando coming back to his feet. Ortega again looking to slam him. Does.
Time advantage now 4 minutes rather for Ortega. And that'll do it for period 2.
Another tack-on point there for Ortega.
So we lead 6-0. Trying to even the score out. And of course Ortega being aggressive here. Just taking out Viscarando.
Ortega letting him up. Looking to capitalize on another round of physical wrestling. Oh. Was almost taken down by Viscarando. Viscarando now
Viscarando trying to
putting
make a
himself
move.
into a weird position here for that takedown. And gets it.
So another 2 for Viscarando. He trails 6-3 with under a minute and a half left in this matchup. Time advantage decreasing.
Ortega coming up. And now wearing Viscarando again. Like a backpack. Gets stalemated.
Of course, Ortega just yeah, he's pretty much wearing him like a backpack. I'd call that.
Ortega just not having any maneuvers here from Viscarando. Standing up again.
Viscarando trying to make a comeback. Down 3 with under 50 seconds here in this duel with Ortega.
Backpacking and doing the fish flop here. Trying to make some maneuvers.
This could be key.
Another point for Ortega.
So 7-3. Justin Ortega on top.
And Ortega with the time advantage here will win the major decision as long as the match keeps going his way. That'll give him 4 points for the team. Vizcaranda with nothing. Just hopping around Ortega, hoping not to get taken down once more.
Ortega just too strong, won't go down easily.
Ortega looking to turn his
3
shoulder
seconds.
here for a reversal maybe. And time expires.
Not enough time for AJ Vizcaranda as Ortega, the senior, comes out here with a win. Ortega with win number 18. And he ties this match up. So the senior coming in for Clarion at the heavyweight position, Phil Catruco, didn't wrestle last season. He's back here this season, Frank, and has 17 wins.
This is a big matchup, dude. Whew.
The two lumberjacks going at it.
I'd say one looks like a lumberjack and the other one looks like a
tree trunk.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Which one's gonna say timber at the end of this, I
Oh.
wonder.
Hopefully we don't see too many timbers. I don't want to get the match shook up too bad.
So both wrestling at 285. Phil Manzik, the senior.
Oh. Petruccio almost had that leg there. Would have been a hard pull-in. That's a lot of weight he's got to lift. Oh, but he's going for it again.
Petruccio versus Manzik. And they're hitting the deck now.
Petruccio is going to have to really wrestle up here because he does not want to be under all that weight. Just Manzik trying to hop his way on top. Manzik looking to turn the corner and get 2 points. He does.
Phil Manzik, as you said, Frank, gets the 2 points. The senior from Bradenton, Florida, has an 8-15 mark.
Manzik looking slightly blue in the face.
Phil Catruco, the senior from Sharpsville. The senior from Sharpsville, PA, 17-20 mark this season. So Phil Catruco and Phil Manzik duking it out here in this final match of the day. Senior day at Tippin Gymnasium.
Petruccio not having an easy match. Manzik really riding on his weight here.
Catruco, of course, was off for 2 years. Very good athlete, very strong. He was 5th at the PSACs this year.
Phil Petruccio not having a good time here. See his arms wobbling while he's trying to get up because he's straining under all this weight.
Catruco trying to get into position to use that excellent leg attack of his. So they'll come back into the circle. 25 seconds here left in this opening period.
Petruccio getting some encouraging words from fellow wrestler James Fleming.
Catruco down by 2.
Petruccio battling a little bit extra here. Unfortunately, he is at a weight disadvantage here.
So that'll be it with round one. 2-0, Phil Manzik.
They go neutral here.
The only senior matchup we've seen this afternoon. As we're deadlocked at 15 per wrestling squad.
Manzik with slight discoloration of his face. Wonder if he has a medical condition or that's just how he always looks. Petruccio, physically tired already in this match.
Just a bullfight between these mountain men.
This is not the easiest match here. Petruccio looking for that leg again. Not finding it. Manzik still wrapping up, trying to bully his way into a takedown. Ref whistles him out. Head back to neutral.
Petruccio looking for a way to take down Manzik, just somehow. And that's it for round two.
That was a very uneventful period there. But I'm sure in the end they'll
A lot of equal power.
equal it up here. Petruccio with a leg, unable to grab, unable to grab it and bring it in. Looking for the other leg, driving in, still looking for it, can't find it.
Manzik shoving his power on the upper body of Petruccio. Of course, now they break out.
Petruccio going for that leg, can't find it. It's taken down.
Manzik just too powerful. Under a minute 10.
Petruccio with a minute left. Really gonna have to wrestle here to make it happen.
So 4-1, Petruccio trails with now under 50 seconds in round three.
Petruccio, a little bit of a hold there. Petruccio with 20 seconds left really has to pull something out here.
What can he try at this point, Frank?
He's got to go for those legs. He's got to knock the legs out. If you ever watch the Karate Kid sweep the leg, that's what he's got to do.
3 seconds. And that'll do it. A 4-1 win for Phil Manzik. And Clarion falls 18-15 on senior day to West Virginia. Now West Virginia, they now go to 2-10 for Clarion, now 5-10 on the season. So Frank, your thoughts on the season and this matchup
This
with West
matchup,
Virginia.
I mean, they could have came in and had a better showing definitely for this matchup, but that was the way it came down. That's the way it fell. So hopefully they have a better time in the EWLs and into the NCAA tournaments. So hopefully they just wrestle better from here on out.
And Frank, we want to wish you good luck. Our color guy here for this wrestling match.
Thank you.
Frank, you're graduating.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh man, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, thank you. It's good
As-
calling with you.
As always. And so for Clarion, they will play at Edinburgh for the Eastern Wrestling League Championships on Saturday, March 9th. We wish them luck as the regular season is over. Final score 18-15. West Virginia takes out Clarion. From all of our CUTV sports crew and Frank Lemon, our graduating senior, I'm Anthony Fuse saying so long and thanks for listening to the Clarion Golden Eagles TV network.